Justin Gatlin is the latest in a long line of sprint sensations to emerge from the USA.
Gatlin got a good start. Look at this man coming through now. Gatlin. What a fantastic performance from Gatlin. It's all about Gatlin.
Ultimate goal is to be one of the best sprinters in history.
And what a fantastic performance from Gatlin. And look at the time.
Is the American leading the Jamaican at the moment?
He knows he is the world champion.
Justin Gatlin is the world champion here in London.
Hey, what's up, buddy? We back for another episode of Ready, Set, Go. We in the building.
Definitely here.
That's my boy Rodney. So,
I actually read one of the comments. This is the boy, the bearded wonder. That's what somebody.
The bearded wonder. You already know who it is. The bearded wonder.
The bearded wonder. I don't know who called me that. If you did, put it out there again, man. I actually thought that was funny when I saw it.
We gotta get you a shirt named Bearded Wonder. Mine's gonna say Tall Order. Yours gonna say Bearded Wonder.
The Bearded Wonder. Yes. If you guys didn't already, man, I want you guys to go out and check out the Ready, Set, Go book. You know, it's biography by Justin Gatlin. Very, very, very good read. Make sure you pick up yours today. And we going Justin got one, of course, he wrote it. But but we gonna get right into it, man. We had two fantabulous time leagues this weekend, man. We gonna start off with Lausanne, man. Man, I see our boy Matthew Hudson-Smith. You know what I mean? He's having, you know, despite what he said about, you know, him not getting the goal.
Yeah.
He's having a stellar year, bro. He's stringing together some of the best 400-meter runs he ever had in his life. He won today in grand fashion with 43.96, another sub 44 after the Olympics. But I liked his take the other day after he ran, bro. I don't know if you heard what he said, man. He was like, he want to line up in the 300 against Leslie Tebogo or Fred Kerley or anybody could line up, man. He's like, he just wanna get there. And Tebogo was like, yeah, let's get it.
Look, man, I posted about it today on my Instagram, and I call them fantasy showdowns. I think that should be a new thing that we have, fantasy showdowns. I love the fact that...
Hold on, pause. If anybody takes fantasy showdowns, we want our 10%, but go ahead.
10%, baby. No, I'm saying when we do with the fantasy showdowns, obviously, you know, you see what Mando and Warholm trying to do. They're trying to run that 100. They haven't ran it yet, right?
No, they haven't.
That's what I'm talking about. So things like that, people want to see. We don't care about the time. We maybe like do our little bets here and there and say they may run such and such time, but we really just here to see two athletes go head to head. Two athletes that we like to watch go head to head. You know what I mean? So to have someone like Matthew Hudson-Smith go head to head with Tebogo, I'm for it, bro. Like, let's see what happens. Because at the end of the day, y'all both gonna win, bro. Like, this is something for the people. This is something for the culture. Like, this is something we always sit back and like, man, what if such and such ran against each other? Who you think will win? Now they put it on the track.
I would actually I actually think this would be interesting. Like and I know it'll be tough, you know, a lot of the athletes signed by contracts, they probably wouldn't want to cross over and to do another event. I would actually like to see if the sprinters did like long jump. You take maybe top 4 and be like, let them have a jump off just to see which sprinter has the farthest jump. Or just like in high school, man, when you had the big man relay, who is the fastest short putter? We know how far they can throw. Who is the fastest in the 60?
Oh, like back in the day when you had high school track meets, it'd be the big man 60?
Yeah, I would love to see that like at a meet, you know, before they or after they throw. If they jump in there, man, and they put up like maybe $1,000 for the win for like a 60 meters for the throwers, I'd watch that, bro.
I will watch that too. Both sides. I will watch the men and the women go at it.
The men and the women. I think, you know, to make it fun, you know, how do they match up, man?
I like that idea. Because you'd be surprised. Some of them big guys and them girls, they got moves. They got speed to their legs. You know what I'm saying? They're explosive. They get off that line. So it's really cool to see if they really can do that. I think it'll be really entertaining for one, you know what I mean? To watch it and see what happens. I think for a long jump, I wouldn't want to see these athletes who are not long jumpers do a full approach, because I think they'll just get confused on the runway. I think maybe a half approach or a quarter of approach. I'll even bring it down to just a damn broad jump.
or you ever think about how fast is John Kovacs? John Kovacs.
I want to see.
If John Kovacs and what's the world record holder name?
Who you talking about, Ryan?
Yeah. Him and Ryan Krauser race. Who will win? We know John Kovacs is smaller, but I know Ryan he squats 700 pounds. That's a lot of power.
Have you ever seen at like a track meet? You ever seen like throwers warm up? Some of them do sprints. Some of them do like little short bursts of speed. They do sprints like in the grass and everything.
I feel like if those times come out, a lot of those guys will get calls from the NFL. They be like, hey, yeah, we know what you're doing over there, but listen, we got this practice squad we want you to try out for, and you could potentially move up.
You make them into pass rushers?
You know it.
Put them on reserve. Because, hey, first of all, if they in a practice squad, they making good, what, 350?
No, I think they only have like 6 people on the press, 6 or 7 guys on the practice squad, I think.
Yeah.
It's like maybe $90,000 after taxes.
Work on their arms, their hand movements.
Yeah. But if they make that team, man, they paid. They paid, man. But yeah.
All they gotta do is practice for life. That's it now. They on the practice squad, all they can do is practice for life unless another team comes and gets you.
Facts. Yeah, man. But yeah, back to it, man. Like, but that was amazing from Matt. You know what I mean? That 43, and then you had the bronze medalist come in right behind him, man. Samu Conga. Samu Conga.
Oh, you be trying, boy.
Well, I be trying. Muzala.
You be trying.
I like his first name, though. I hope I say it right. Muzala. I'm so sorry if I don't.
Muzala.
I know he sounds like he should be a king.
Muzala. He sounds like a mercenary. Muzala.
Yeah. He's having a great year, too, man. 44.06 ain't no slump time, man.
Not at all.
But I want you to look at, I'm going to just say Colleen, the boy from Botswana. So I went back and I looked at the ages of that Botswanan team. Listen, boy, the world record is gone next year. All those young men are young. All of them are under 25.
Yeah. They're all in the same age group. They're all in their 21, 22, 23. They're all around that same age group. Can you imagine, bro, that you literally, like, I couldn't even imagine. In America, yeah, we have our generations, but it's always the best will be on the team, right? So that means you can have a guy who's 30 and a guy who is 22. You know what I mean? Now these guys are going to grow up together. These guys are going to go through professional track together. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're going to keep breaking their records over and over and over again.
That's just, it's true. But the reason why I'm excited for next year is, boy, this ain't going to be no runaway win for the USA, bro. Like I said, you remember when I called it and I said, hey, Botswana's coming. I seen them boys start jumping them times. I said, oh, they coming. I don't know if the world know, but they're coming. You know what I mean? So I see this happening, but I see both teams, they're going to have to push for a world record because they're going to come back next year even better. You know what I mean? But I know the USA is a world record team because they ran that time without Quincy. You know what I mean? So, you know, with Quincy on there, if he has the kind of year that he had this year, there's no question that world record is gone.
Yeah, for sure. But let's just say it's going to make up to some really good matchups. If Botswana understands how to be able to get out in front of Team USA before they get to that anchor leg, that same theory that you had, what if Tebogo got the stick before Rai? What are we looking at? How's that race going to unfold? Can Rai catch Tebogo? Can Tebogo hold off Rai? That would have been a totally different race. You know what I mean? Regardless of even if Team USA did win, we would see a whole different strategy. We would see, it would have been epic either way.
Yeah, the world record would have been gone because I think Rai respects Tebogo. So he know I can't let him get far. If I'm going to strike, I got to keep him within arm distance on a 4x4. I can't let him get 2-3 strides ahead because that's going to make it harder for me. He's already seen what he can do at World Relays and everything else and seen his splits. So I think Rye is very aware of what he would needed to do to win.
Yeah. And he handled it like a veteran watching him.
He did.
So to see what's going to happen, World Championships, the next one, and then championship after that, like it's going to be exciting to watch the 4x4 come together for Botswana and Team USA.
Yeah. Man, Bazan was fast, boy. The 800. Emmanuel from Kenya, man. What do you think about the world record falling? And we think the world record from, were you there when the world record was set in the 800 by
Rudisha?
Yeah.
Yeah, boy. First of all, look. When Rudisha was setting the world record, dog, we were like, ain't nobody breaking this, dog. This is crazy. Ain't nobody breaking this. Now look.
That boy ran 141.11, boy.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
141.11. And the guy from Canada, Marco Arop, he was right behind him, man. They going hand in hand. They battling, boy, 141.72. Like, we getting closer and closer to that 140. And like, with them pushing each other that the way they're doing, I actually think we might see 140 next year. I don't know about a world record, but we gonna see 140, man.
I like to say
those two guys are running in fantastic shape. He got the world lead, the Diamond League record, the meet record, along with, of course, a personal best. So he just got the whole alphabet next to his name because of their race, man. Shout out to Emmanuel from Kenya.
For sure.
Shoot.
Who we got up next, man? Oh, boy. Your favorite, the women's.
Jasmine. Oh, let me don't say it like that. You know, my wife might be feeling some type.
Hey, first of all, Donald might be feeling some type of way because they just got engaged too, bro.
I see Donald all the time. So I see him and her at the track.
Okay.
I always say what's up to my guy, you know what I mean? So, you know, shout out to Donald, man.
Shout out to Donald. I
heard he used to be like a great football player, man. But yeah, man. But shout out to Donald,
man. What position he play? You know what position he play?
I don't know. But yeah, I've heard people talk about, say he could play football. When I see him again, I'm going to ask him anyway.
We got to see them highlights, man. Donald, put some highlights up on your page, dog. You know what I'm saying? So we can see what you was doing on the football field, man. For sure. Yeah. But congratulations to both of them in their engagement. Much love, much respect to them, man. Hope y'all bring joy to each other like y'all doing, man. Keep doing your thing. It's a beautiful thing. But right now, I think she's on a high because Camacho out there doing her thing in Lausanne. She came through with that 12:35 to win the Diamond League, in Lausanne. What did you think of the race? Did you see the race?
I definitely, listen, this young lady, Grace Stark, I've said it before, say it again. She's going to be a problem, man. Like she's getting these slow seconds and she's out of Florida, from the Florida Gators. And she's been getting these second places, but she's been running stellar times all year. That always is the person to look out for. The person getting second and third, that next year, they go to dominate.
Oh, yeah. You're about to be a problem.
Because they got so much on their chest, like, yeah, that should have been me. That should have been me. That should have been me. But I love the way that young lady hurdles. I love the race, but you could tell, like, Jasmine had some calf issues. She even said it, you know, coming off of the last hurdle. You could tell she's grimacing, going through the line about her calf, you know, complaining a little bit. So I'm trying to think, like, if our calf wasn't bothering her and she didn't have those issues, you know, what kind of time are we looking at? But it's definitely like these ladies are staying consistently in the 12.3s, bro, which is crazy. I remember 12.41 was like lightning fast.
Oh, yeah, you doing it. You were doing it with 12.41, boy. You was winning everything. You was winning everything. You drop, it don't matter where you at in the world. You drop a 12.4, yeah, you the woman. You the woman for sure.
Third place was 12.38, bro.
Yeah.
Third place. By Ackera Nugent, who is a stellar hurdler from Jamaica.
This is what I love about the women's 100-meter hurdles. There's, and this is not a knock at none of these ladies, there's no clear favorite. one week it could be Camacho. The next week it could be Danielle. It can be Nugent. It could be Alicia. It can be Masai. Like it can be anybody. It could be just be their day, and that's what it comes down to. And that is exciting to watch, but is nerve wracking to compete against because you don't know if it's your day. They all running around the same times. You're running 12:35, 12:38, 12:38, 12:4s. Like, is it your day? You think it's your day because you said, all right, I'm in 12:3 shape. Like, I'm going out here, I'm about to dominate. But you know these ladies are capable of doing the same thing or better.
Yep, definitely. Listen, I think what they're doing, because in any given day, like we say, like you look at this list, you got former Olympic champion, Olympic bronze medalist, current Olympic bronze medalist that won. You got Grace Stark in the finalist. You got Ackera Nugent and another finalist. You got Danielle Williams, current world champion. You got Serena Samba Mayela, the silver medalist, all in that same race. Yeah. It's crazy. Like,
it is crazy.
It's crazy. Like the pedigree in the races, like you once you get down on your marks, bro, you gotta run. You gotta go. Ain't no, I'ma take it easy to hurdle 3 and then turn that bad boy up at hurdle 5. Ain't none of that.
It wasn't none of that at all, man.
None of that, boy. You better come ready.
So let's move over to this next race, man. You got Jakob. Jakob went out there and broke a meet record.
He got his lick back. He
got his lick back in that 15, bro. He got his lick back, man.
He got his lick back.
Yeah.
Listen, I like Jakob because I like the statement he put out, you know what I mean, after he lost 1,500 at Paris Olympics.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, you know what? You know, I talk a lot. My teammates told me I shouldn't talk a lot. You know, those guys outsmarted me on that day, and I paid for it. But you know what? They were just the best guys on that day. Then he came back and then he did this.
Boom. Boom, bro. Talk your talk forever, dog. Boom, bro. Because my thing is, you go out there, he talk, but then he produces. And if he loses, he's still humble in defeat. But then he come back and he sets a meet record, and then he goes on to the next race and does something crazy again. So it's like, you love to see it, bro. You love to see it.
Yeah. 327, bro. After the Olympics. 327 after. Yeah, that boy is in, like, and shoot, we said it in our last show, we're going to say it again. They got a documentary coming out on Jakob. I think we also watch it because he comes from a running family. You know what I mean? So I think it's definitely going to be a good watch. We want to support everything track and field. So yeah, let's go out there and definitely support.
100%, man. I think a lot, and I think from the American side, go for it. Go watch the documentary. It gives you an understanding what running culture is like in Europe. You know what I mean? That's what's really exciting, especially for the athletes and the spectators who haven't been to Europe and haven't been and seen a race in person in Europe. I think you're going to get a very good understanding of how it is to be raised in a running family that is European based. It's going to give you a whole different aspect of culture, man. You know, so go check it out, man. If you get a red carpet, man, let us know, Jakob. We're going to show up, man.
Yeah, definitely. Suited and booted, boy, to the 9. Suited and booted, boy, to the 9.
However you say cheers in Norwegian, baby.
Yeah. What am I? Hey, the women's 100 wasn't nothing slouch either, man. Dina Asher-Smith, she out there running angry. Looking mad. She out there running angry.
She is. And I understand her frustration. She's in a new camp. She's with a new coach. She's in a whole new city and a whole new state. Hell, she's in a whole new country. So, this is her. The way she's been running this season is still good. It's just her acclimation year. So people who are asking questions and like, what's wrong with Dina Asher? It's her acclimation year. She's getting used to a whole different system, a whole different environment, period. But when you look at her now, she starting to understand where she's at, who she is, and how she executes her race. I love that race, bro. This is how she should always run her race. She was very aggressive from the start. She commanded the lead. She held on to the lead, and she powered all the way through her transition. She got to her top end, held her form, and she finished the race strong, bro. That is her. That is she textbook power sprinter right there. That's what you see. You haven't seen that in a while because everyone's turning to more frequency runners and they're trying to get up and just run top end as quick as they can and hold it for as long as they can. But you watch that race, she goes through all of her phases like textbook. Very proud of her that. Hope that she holds that as her signature race style and she keeps doing that because running that time, 10:88 right now, that's really good, especially in this part of the season.
I definitely loved her drive phase. At first 30, I've never seen her drive like that. And it was so patient. She transitioned so well into her lifting and her power swing. You know what I mean? She moved down the track very, very gracefully. I'm going to get back to her point.
Hold on, you said, who'd you say she looked like in that drive phase?
When I called you on the phone, I said, boy, she driving out there like you, boy, Justin, boy. She was so low. She was very low. When you go and you compare it to the rest of the field and compare it to our old races, listen, she was low just like how you are. Like when you watch your old races or some of the ones from when you recently retired, you're definitely under. That angle you have is under almost everybody. And to be as tall as you are, it's always like a lot of taller athletes don't want to get that low. They don't want to do it. You know what I mean? They want to have like a hybrid drive phase to where they're almost already like in an almost running form, and then where they transition very quickly to be up with the shorter runners.
Yeah, very true.
I mean?
Very true. Yeah.
But to get back to the point that you said earlier about our acclimation year, I don't think a lot of people understand, what acclimation means. So when you move to a new coach, you have to get used to his cues, his philosophy. You have to unlearn a lot of things that you may have learned in your old camp. You know what I mean? Because all coaches don't have the same philosophy. You know what I mean? So when you leave and you go to that new coach, you basically letting them retool you all over, and you have to buy into the system. So that's why you'll see sometimes somebody will leave a coach in their first year. It's kind of like iffy, but then that next year hit, and then you just see them like explode. Case in point, our boy Matthew Hudson-Smith. His first year with Gary was, but then his second year, he was out of there. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
That's exactly acclimation.
That's exactly what happened. Exactly.
So, man. Good.
Shouts out to Dina.
Very good.
Great run. You know what? I'm going to say Tamaria is having, her start has gotten really good, bro.
Yes. She might be running angry also.
Really good.
She might be running angry also. You know what I mean? I get, USA put out their best 4 and their 4x1, and that's what they had. But I know she would have liked to run at least one of those rounds, you know what I mean, to come home with something. So she might be running with a little bit of extra motivation.
I get it. You know what I mean? And she out there trying to get that money. Hold on now. Y'all beat me to get to the Olympics. I'm going to make sure on the other side of the Olympics, I'm going to hand it back to you. So here we are.
You guys already know, if you've been following us for the last 2 months, we partnered up with DraftKings.
With F1 season getting to the thick of things and college football gearing up, there's no better place to go than DraftKings.
With our promo code RSG, new customers who bet just $5 get $200 in bonus bets instantly. With basketball season coming up, and like Justin mentioned with F1 and college football, go to DraftKings and download the DraftKings Sportsbook app.
DraftKings is the place to bet touchdowns.
As we always say, new customers who bet just as little as $5 in bets get $200 in bonus bets instantly.
If sports betting isn't in your state, don't worry. DraftKings has daily fantasy where you can win some cash prizes. Head over to the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. Promo code RSG.
Y'all know where to go, man. DraftKings, the crown is yours.
Great job. So this next one, bro, is a grudge match, but I think without the grudge part, because they
respect each other.
They respect each other for sure. But one thing you realize when Grant competes, it's like almost the field realize that he's going to get out. He's going to have a half a hurdle in front of everybody at the least, right? So he runs very well. He runs very dominant from the start. And usually everyone kind of is in his wake and they start to run to his cadence. And that's what makes Grant so consistent, you know? But when you talk about Rasheed Broadbell, like he ain't laying down. Like if you watch that race, yes, Grant was winning, but he hit another gear to catch Grant and to pass Grant before he got to that finish line, man. That right there is really, really great competitive running. To be able to say, I'm going to raise my bar of competition and talent to meet you where you're at in real time while I'm racing over hurdles to catch whatever your cadence is so I can be able to be next to you and then I can work to get in front of you. And he's been doing that. I mean, you've charted him since last year. You saw it. He just got injured, but now obviously he's come back in the swing of things and he's really getting back into his groove. Do you see this becoming the next real showdown match in the hurdles? Is this something that we're going to see happen for years to come?
I definitely think so. I think these two gentlemen are probably going to push each other to the world record because Rasheed is definitely a competitor, man. I remember when Grant won in 2022, the World Championship, the meet after that, Broadbell beat him with 12.9, which is not a slump time. Well, we all know sub 13 is not a slump time. You know what I mean? And him coming back and getting the bronze medal at the Olympics, you know what I mean, is a true testament to how much of a competitor he is and how much he wants to be on the top of the podium. So I don't even think Grant can slack off right now because he know Broadbell is going to be there. If he slips, he's going to be there to clean him up.
Absolutely. Absolutely, man. So with that being said, can't wait to see them lock horns again, man, for sure.
We got all these athletes is in phenomenal shape, man. We had another meet record fall, but I expected it to fall.
How many meet records is this? Is this already like 4, 5?
It's like 4. It's like 4. Listen, I know the meet promoter probably happy, but he probably like, dang, I gotta pay out all these bonuses.
That's all I was going to say, man. You know who's sad right now?
The meet promoter.
The meet promoter's sad right now. 1 or 2 meet records, you know, you be like, yay, here's hold up the sign, meet record, everything, stand next to the mascot. Yeah, take the flowers. I'm gonna give you a little money later. But when you start breaking record after record after record, boy, you looking like, hold on, let me pat my pockets real quick because this is crazy.
I can see the meet promoter looking from the box now, like, who is that? I don't even know that guy. He broke the meet record.
Check the clock. Check the clock.
Check the clock, man. What you in the timing? Hey, no way. I know he like, dang, counting on his pockets, like, dang. But then, nah, you know what? They ain't. That's Lausanne, bro. They're in Switzerland.
There you go. Exactly.
You know what? No, he ain't. He prepared. He's well prepared.
Yeah.
He's well prepared.
Yeah.
But Femke went out there and ran 52.2. You know what I mean? I think they've raised the ceiling so high in their event. When we see 52, which is a phenomenal time, we act like that's easy. Like, you know what I mean? Because what was competitive years ago was like 53. Like, that was fast. Like 53, 52.9, you know what I mean? 53 flat, 53.5. Now, we looking at 52 and 51 like it ain't nothing because of what Sydney's done.
Listen, bro, I remember when Sydney and Lashinda was battling at 52 high. No, they weren't even hitting 52 back then. 53, 54s, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, like, to watch how far it's come, and this is back from like 2013, 2012, like, because you got to remember, like, it was Lashinda, then it was Dalilah, and then
Muhammed.
Then Sydney came along, and all 3 of those ladies just took the sport to a different stage and level. And then the next one took it to the next level. And then the next one took it to the next level. Like, it's crazy to see exactly where this event has gone. Like, where do you go from here? You know what I'm saying? Like, if we see the emergence, like, let's say if Femke starts to run consistent 51s dropping into the 50s, you know what I'm saying? Like, are we going to be surprised by that? Are we going to be in awe by that? Do you feel like the event is broken? Or do you feel like we just need to wait for the rest of the field to catch up to it?
I think once you move it, I think what she's doing is definitely Alt-esque. Like she's moved that record so far ahead to where like, you know what I mean? 50.3, you know what I mean? Is very fast to where the field may either be like, I don't know if I can get there, or the field will definitely start to take chances and say, Coach, we need to change some things. I really need to change some things. I don't want Sydney to blow us away like how she's doing. We need to be closer. What do we need to do in the offseason and prepare? And it's going to take 2 or 3 to get like that. And then those times will start to drop. I mean, think about it. Once we saw 9.5 from Bolt, that era after 08, we've probably seen the most 9.7s by a group of gentlemen, Safa, you, Tyson, you know what I mean?
Nesta,
Johan. Like, it's just, it breeded like a whole different generation of athlete. And no shade to like Noah or anybody who was in that final. 9.79 in 2012 would have got you third.
Mm-hmm.
That'd have got you third place.
That was,
you know what I mean? This is crazy.
That was me.
Oh, that was you.
That was me. This boy, listen, y'all, audience, this man knows stats so well. He forgot the stat was even mine.
Yeah, like, you know what I mean? That whole generation, once Bolt did that, you know what I mean? Like, pushed every other athlete to try to get to where he was. So that definitely can happen. You know, we might see a lot more 51s, but I like how the women pay homage to Dalilah and Muhammed because they say she started it.
Yeah, for sure. That's love, man.
They all say, yay. Sydney, Anna, Cockrell, all of them say Dalilah, she started this.
Yeah.
So
she did 100%.
So shout out to Dalilah Muhammed, man.
Give her flowers. Definitely. Y'all give her flowers, man, because she pioneered the way for y'all, for sure. I'm looking at this second, third, and fourth place sweep from Jamaica. Do you think that it's something that we should keep an eye on? Or is it just that's how it stacked up in this race?
No. It's definitely something with their 400-meter runners and their group of hurdlers. Keep an eye on it. The only reason we couldn't see them medal is because they lost the baton at the Olympics.
Mm.
You know what I mean? It was knocked out of the young lady's hand going around the turn. So I definitely think they have the power to medal. Now, the power to match up with the USA, they have an X factor who I think can go 47. You know what I mean? You know, they do. When that happens, because the rest of the ladies, all they got to do is stay within distance. And when Sydney gets it, if she's there next year, they just got to... That X factor is their record holder, you know what I mean? So she just got to be in good shape, you know what I mean, and ready to go when their 4x4 happens. And I think she was ready this time. I just think it just didn't happen.
It's all about matching.
Matching
up leg to leg, bro, as much as you can. Matching up leg to leg as much as you can. I mean, because Sydney jump in the mix, boy. You saw what she did, boy. She made television mad. The camera guy was upset. The camera guy didn't even know who to look at. Am I going to be watching who is in the front, who's already like 40 meters ahead, or are we going to be watching the rest of the pack?
You know what's crazy? I love to see Sydney get it at a deficit. You know what I mean? I'd love to see her get it at a deficit because if she split 47.7 from the front, imagine her chasing. Like, what does that look like? You know what I mean? Because whoever gets the baton behind her, they going to run because they're going to be running scared. Even if you run 49, you said, I know who behind me.
This is going to be the first time. If that ever happened, this is going to be the first time in an international stadium you're going to hear whoop, whoop, whoop.
I don't even know if the world knows about that whoop or if that's just this side of the world type of thing. You know what I mean?
We're going to bring it back, man. Like they bring the wave, like how we was doing the wave at the Olympics. We got to get everyone in tune to know exactly what whoop means. Look, listen, fans, if you don't know what whoop means, it's when somebody's getting walked down in a race. So
Up and down.
and as they're running stride for stride and they're catching the person in front of them, you yell whoop,
Whoop,
whoop, whoop. So you're gonna see the look on the person in front face, their eyes gonna get big. It gets crazy, man.
Yeah, I definitely think when back to your question, you know, they're gonna have to match Nikisha Price up with Sydney. They could go Nikisha Price, Stacey Ann Williams, to Janelle Broomfield. You know?
I wouldn't even do it that way. I wouldn't do it that way.
With a hurdler.
I wouldn't do it that way.
Or they could go 2 hurdlers.
I wouldn't do it that way.
How would you do it?
I would let Nikisha Price create a deficit and then put your second best runner against Sydney in that deficit. You see what I'm saying? Because now you create the deficit, you make the gap, and then your second best runner can maintain that gap at the least. You see what I'm saying? So I think that'll be their best bet if they want to come out and be able to be contending with the likes of Sydney and Team USA in that situation.
So you basically saying give it to Nikisha, and then Stacey Ann going to basically be on the leg with Sydney.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I don't know. I'd rather wherever Sydney at, I'm gonna put Nikisha Price there, bro. I'm going with that only because Nikisha runs 48.5. You know, even though that's her best, she runs around 48. She's going to be well aware of what Sydney could do, and she's going to not back down from the challenge.
Yeah, but you got to realize who's going to create the deficit for her to begin with, though. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, so you're saying the other teammates won't be able to keep that is a good point, because if you got to go leg for leg, the other legs from America, they split 49 low or they run open 49. All 4 of them don't. I don't think you have 4 Jamaican women that's sub 50.
Not yet.
So not yet.
Yeah.
No disrespect to Jamaica. I don't think they have it yet.
Yeah.
So, okay, I get what you're saying.
Yeah. So create a strategy to where you create a deficit against your most worthiest opponent. Kind of like how Team USA men did with Tebogo. Like, it wasn't a big deficit, but it was enough to hold them off. You see what I'm saying? So if you create a deficit to where it's going to make them run to burn energy to catch you, or either run to your cadence, then now you have a little bit more control in your race, you know? So,
yeah.
Nice. But speaking of that epic anchor leg for the men's 4x4, let's move over here to the men's 200, man. This guy, turn him around, man. Does he got an Energizer battery in his back, dog, or something? Because this man had the most epic workload in, I feel like, in Olympic history, and then he's still dropping 1964 in Lausanne and pretty much beating the field very easily, you know? So where do you see Tebogo going, man? Like, do you see, clearly he's head and shoulders above the field in this situation with his fitness, with his leg speed right now. Do you see him staying more with the 200, or do you see him still doing the 1 and the 2? I mean, he could do the 4 now. Like, where do you see him going into next season?
I seen a statement where he said maybe the 400 is where I need to be, and I'm paraphrasing. That's not exactly what it said, but it was something like that. It was like, maybe the 400 is for me. You know what I mean? If he does the 2-4 double, listen, that 400 going to be, the 400 is already fast, bro. We just seen, I thought it was bad in 15 when you had 3 guys go 43. You had 5 guys go 43 in this Olympics. You know what I mean? When you add Tebogo, that's 643s, bro. 643s. You know what I mean? We know he can handle the workload. He definitely has a very high ceiling. And he's very mature, man. I think I've watched a few of his interviews, you know, and he's still humble, by the way. He gives away everything. You know, he says thank you to his team, his coaches and his team, and his mother passed. Really kept him focused. He didn't know how he would get through it, but, you know, they told him to take it one day at a time. And that's what he did. He said he thought his career was over when his mom passed.
Wow.
You know what I mean? And then this happens. Now he's the motivation of a whole country. You know what I mean? It's like the boy got his own money. Like Coming to America. When I say the boy got his own money, the boy got his own money. You know what I mean? But like he's an inspiration. He knows that like he's like, you know, he wants to be a good representation of his country. You know, very mature at 21 years old.
Which is crazy. You know what I mean? To even think that someone at 21 has become the face of your country, the hope of your country, the inspiration of your country. And he has the wisdom to go with his talent already.
Yeah.
Like such a humble guy, man. His favorite thing to do is to herd his cattle, bro. To herd his cattle. Like it's amazing. Like you would think right now, like after his win, after his amazing Olympic journey, you'd think he'd be somewhere chilling, hanging out, you know what I'm saying, having a good time. Like he's just that kind of guy who says, this is life. This is what I love to do. This is what I'm good at. I'm not going to deny what I'm good at because what I'm good at is going to help me do the things I love to do even more. So hats off, man. Like you do your thing, man. You already know we've been rocking with you from the beginning, bro. So you keep doing your thing, man. Very happy for you.
I saw something else in this race, though.
What'd you see?
So, listen, a young man, Fred, and he said it's a real thing. That boy Nike foot Fred. Listen to me. 1987, bro.
86.
86, yes.
86.
Be corrected. Listen to me. I want you to hear me very clearly. Tebogo, yes, he does what he did, but let's not forget, Fred could also do what Tebogo does. He's done it. You know, 19.7, not all the way to 19.4, but his 9.7, you know what I mean? I think it's 7.6. He's at 9.76 and I think 43.8.
Yeah.
Listen, Fred is back consistent with what he's doing. He's back to making history. He's going to be a heartbeat next year. Listen to me, man. He back on his, I ain't talking that much. I'm just doing. Fred, I see you. I see you.
Oh, 100%, bro. 100%. Like I've been saying, dog, like he's a get it out the mud kind of guy. He has the essence of a DMX. He don't need all that glitz and that glamour for him to run the way we know he can run. He just needs to keep it simple, keep it rough, keep it aggressive, and he's always gonna get the job done if he stays that way. You know what I mean? So, Fred, you know, I didn't see him running 19.8, especially after, you know what I'm saying, a long Olympic campaign. So him coming out running 19.8 shows me a lot where he's at right now. And it shows me where he's on the right track to be where he needs to be going into the next season. It's kind of scary to watch because you see it coming now. You definitely see it coming.
Shoot. That was it for Lausanne. Lausanne was a really good meet. But I think we had even more meet records fall at the next Celeste Diamond League, man. It was crazy as hell. Like that, not even just meet records. We're gonna start with the first one. And I think he's gonna probably do it again for the rest of the year. Mando Duplantis broke the world record. His own world record, by the way.
Mando cheat code Duplantis.
That boy getting paid, boy. Listen, when they redo his contract, they're gonna be like, you won't only get one world record payment for the rest of the year, so choose it wisely. But he'll probably be like, you know what? We only gonna break the world record at the World Championships because we gonna try to get the biggest check. You know what I mean? We gonna get.
But see, my thing is like, how can you even do that? Because each world record is special within itself. No human has ever done that achievement. So how are you going to water it down because this man has found a way to keep breaking the record by a centimeter? You know what I mean? Like he really is going out there. And I mean, if I remember correctly, bro, like when it comes to like the Gosh.
Over?
IAA, was it IAAF? No, they
World
not
Athletics.
World Athletics. Sorry, everybody. I'm old school. They still IAAF to me. You still IAAF to me. That's like the WWF. You ain't WWE, you WWF, baby. But anyway, World Athletics, back then when they were the IAAF, it was for every world record, you get 6 figures, 100K. So if you get a chance, chat, group, go back and count how many world records this man has had from indoors and outdoors in the last 3 years. That's crazy. Like, he is Mr. World Record for sure.
Yeah, World Record Duplantis. That's what we need to call him.
World Record
Duplantis. WRD. Shoot. World record. Shoot. Your boy Jakob broke the world record in his favorite event, I must say. But the world record, that world record stood for decades.
It was the oldest record to fall. 1996, if I believe, where this record was set. No one has touched this record until now.
He broke about 3 seconds.
Bro, did you see the race? He sprinted the whole way. I don't understand this. How do you sprint? How do you sprint? How do you sprint that, bro? Like, he just was out there. And when he thought maybe somebody was close to him, he just hit another gear and just kept on going. He came to the line like, oh my gosh, I broke the world record, man. You already knew you was on pace, bro. You knew you had it in you to break it. After what you did in Lausanne, to come back and double down and do it here, like, come on, bro. Like,
he was on the plane flying over to the Diamond League, like, hey, you thought that meat record was great? Wait till you see what I do here. That's what he tell the dudes on the plane, like, hey, you thought that was good? I got something in my back pocket. Shout out to him, man. New world record holder, Jakob. You know what I mean? Salute. That boy out there getting his licks back and putting out, hey, I am without a shadow of a doubt, the best in this event.
Listen, bro.
There's no one on the planet that could beat me, literally.
I never thought I would see this day happen where a distance race is dominated by a non-African. Like,
that is crazy. They catching up. They catching.
What's the old saying? All we need is one.
All we need
is one. Y'all can sweep from second all the way down. Y'all can have it because we got the number 1 spot.
Yeah, his coach probably did like how they did in Avengers. He was like, hey, you think I could break the world record? And he's like, in one universe, you can do it. And he's like, it's this one. It's this one. I'm going to do it.
He hit that Doctor Strange on him real quick.
Yeah. Out of 14 million universes, this one. That's good, man. Shout out to him, man. Oh. Shoot, those are the 2 world records that fell, man. Listen, that meat promoter, but I don't even know. Is there a bonus for the world record at the meet? Or just meat records? Oh, yeah.
No, man, you're getting another bonus on top of that.
Yeah, this one wasn't in Switzerland.
Yeah. Yeah.
So he might be sweating a little bit like, shit. Like, shit.
Hey, he knew the meat promoter was like, man, they must be tired from Lausanne. They got to be tired. Look at all them records that was broken. Come on, just start breaking records at his meat, boy.
He said, y'all just come over here and put on a good show. I don't need y'all to break no meat records, but be close to what y'all ran, put on a good show.
I just need y'all to win, bro. That's it. Just win.
You guys know what time it is. It's college football season.
And we partner up with DraftKings.
You guys know, for just $5, you get $200 of bonus bets instantly. That's $200.
It's a no-brainer to bet on college football and make some money.
And now we're going to jump into our first picks. Colorado versus North Dakota State. You guys already know from last week, I already picked Colorado over North Dakota State. Justin, who you picking?
Come on, man. For me, this is a no-brainer. I'm going with Colorado, too. Love the quarterback over there, and you know them coaches going to come with the game plan this year.
But Justin, there's no way they're going 59 points. I'm going under with the over and under, man. They're going under. They're not going over that.
So once again, bro, I agree with you.
North Carolina versus Minnesota. I don't know, man. You know, North Carolina lost their best player, so I might be going with Minnesota on this one.
Well, then if that's the case, then I'm going to go with the over and under on the 51.
I'm definitely thinking over, man. Minnesota looked pretty strong. So I'm going to go over this one. I think they're going to go over 51.
I'm going to rock with the over on this one.
We both went over, but next we go on to the next game. Georgia-Clemson, which probably is one of the best games in the second week. But, man, listen to me. Man, Georgia going to roll Clemson, boy. All right, listen. For the last couple of years, Georgia just been steamrolling people. So, shoot, what you picking?
You know what? I'm going to have to disagree with you on this one. I think Clemson is going to start this year with a bang. I don't know how the season's going to end, but I think they have this one in the bag. So I'm going to go with actually Clemson.
I'm going over on 49, bro.
I'm going to pick the under on the 49, man. I don't see it happening.
We're going to get into our last picks this week with Notre Dame and Texas A&M. Texas A&M will have the home field advantage, so I'm going to have to go A&M. They're going to have a 47 over under, 47-point over under. What you going with, Justin?
I'm rolling with you on this one, man. I'm riding shotgun, bro. I'm going to go with Texas A&M, home field advantage. Like you just said, I think it's going to play a big factor in this game, and I'm going to go with the over when it comes to the 47, man.
Now, I actually think it's going to be under. So that's where we differ on this one. So y'all stay tuned.
Hey, guys, that's it. That's our picks for the week. Make sure you go to DraftKings and use our promo code RSG.
I said it before. New customers who bet $5 get $200 in bonus bets instantly.
So you guys got to make sure you go hit DraftKings ASAP.
DraftKings, the crown is yours. It seems like everybody got faster, man, because that rivalry we just talked about in the 110 hurdles sparked back up. Crank got his lick back. He got his lick back. He got his lick back. But it was a close race. It was a close 1304 to 1305 with Rasheed, man. Do we smell a rivalry for next year for Worlds?
Yes. What do you mean? Yes. Yes. I don't know how Broadbell is when it comes to indoor. And to be honest, I mean, that's really Grant's domain right there. Like, I don't see anybody beating him over 6 hurdles indoors. Like, that's his bread and butter. Like, that's his sweet spot. Like, from 0 to 6, he's gone. You know what I mean? But next year, man, I think looking how Rasheed has been competing this season, how excited he is, how turned up he is, even after the Olympics, like, you could tell it's going to carry on to next year, man. This is going to be a match. I hope that it's going to be a match for the ages. You know what I mean? Because when you look at the history of hurdles, you go back and you look at Alan Johnson, Colin Jackson, Ronaldo Nehemiah, Roger Kingdom, Ronaldo Nehemiah, Greg Foster, Terrence Chamel, and Alan Johnson.
Oh, Dominic Arnold.
Dominic Arnold. You also got Lou Zhang and David Oliver. Like, for all these great hurdlers, they had someone who was their equal adversary, someone who's always going to push them and push the envelope of what the record is or what their record is to a different level. You know what I mean? So with that being said, this is what I think the writing's on the wall. We're about to see a great showdown from race to race between these two gentlemen. You got someone who is the fastest for the first half, and you got someone who's arguably the fastest for the second half.
For the second half.
So this is a very balanced, very entertaining showdown that we're about to watch.
Hey, for that last era you named, you forgot one. It wasn't 2, it was 3. Aaron Robles. It was with Lou Zhang and David. Listen, it was them 3, boy. Shoot, with a sprinkle of David Payne in there every now and then. You know what I mean? And some other guys, you know what I mean?
that was a hot era right there, for real, dog.
I tried to
that was a hot era. For real.
Oh, man. If anybody know where David Payne is, man, quick story about David Payne. We trained together for a while. That was before you got to Star Athletics. But David Payne, I remember when he told us how he got his silver medal at World Championships. He didn't make the team. He was sitting on his couch, and he got the call. Dominic Arnold got hurt. And they flew him over, and this boy got the silver medal. This boy got the medal. We'd love to have you on the show, David, man. Shout out to David Payne, man. I remember he told me that story. That's an amazing story. You imagine not making the team, to them calling because you got 4th. And then you're like, all right, man, I'm ready, I'm good. And you go and you end up with the silver medal.
Boy, crazy, man. That was, to be honest, bro, that era was stupid because Dominic Arnold broke the American record.
Yeah.
In that era, too. This is, oh man.
Yeah,
we got to get maybe 2 or 3, maybe 4 of y'all together, man. Just sit down and talk about y'all epic battles, bro. Like,
yeah, the hurdles.
The hurdles,
yeah,
man. Y'all know that's my favorite event. I love the hurdles, man. I love watching hurdles. So that would be a treat for me.
For me too, man. I loved watching Robles and David and Lou, man. Them 3, when they got on the track, bro, it was always different, bro. With Terrence, because Terrence was in a little bit of that era too. Terrence was a little bit of that era too. So
Terrence was like the between like era. Like how I
was.
Yeah,
he was like Allen. Yeah, he fell in both sides, you know what I mean? So it was crazy. The 100, man, Nike for Fred won.
Nike for Fred with the victory.
Nike for Fred with that epic chest push. That little chest push he do where he throw his arms back like he 2 years old. That chest push, listen, that's how he got Marvin Bracey in 22.
That's how he became the world champion, baby. That's how he became the world champion.
That right there, listen, I'm telling you, bro, Fred is starting to string together. He's starting to put it back together, man. You know, I don't want to call it too early, but yeah, man. I mean, Fred don't need nobody to believe in him. He believes in himself. So
I think he's ranked number 1 right now.
Yes.
He moved up the rank. I'm looking at the list. I'm looking at the photo list right here.
The world ranking list?
Look, it says lane. He was in lane 4. Omanyala was in lane 3. The rank next to it is 1. Is that the rank for
rank for the Diamond League. He is number 1.
Yeah,
he's number 1 in the Diamond League.
Hey, listen, man. Look, and if you watch that race, he wasn't the clear winner from the start.
No.
Omanyala got out.
Him and Akeem Blake.
Yes.
Gone.
And Omanyala is not known to have a really quick start. So for him to get out, he was hell bent to win that race, bro. And I love it though. Omanyala is really putting his races together. He talked about it, bro, on our show. Remember the episode? He's like, man, it's going to take time. It's going to be patient. It's going to come together. Now it's coming together. And the boy then dropped a 9-8 up in the Diamond Leagues. He damn near won the race, man. Keep the consistency going. We love it, dog.
Hey, look, yeah, man. Y'all stop telling my boy he only run fast in Kenya. He ran fast and it wasn't in Kenya.
And he dropped down. Fast. He number 2. He ranked number 2. So he doing his thing.
Yeah, Akeem Blake is rounding out too, man. Shout out to Marcel Jacobs, man. He got he ran another 9-second race. I definitely think it was a little hard for him in that race because of that empty lane, because Keishane Thompson didn't start. You know, he had like 30 minutes before the race. They say he couldn't go. I don't know what happened. I hope he's healthy. But you know how it is. Like, if you got a space next to you, you know what I mean? It's definitely hard to feel all the other guys that was bunched up together, because that was first, second, third on the other side in between that space. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't, 30 minutes before it's time for you to go and race, usually you're still warming up. Usually you're priming yourself to get ready to go out there and compete at a high level. So hopefully nothing crazy happened. Hopefully it was he just said he wasn't feeling it, or he just caught a cramp or something like that and he wasn't going to chance it. But at the end of the day, we want to see Keishane back out there running at the level we know he can run. I'm excited to see what he can do. Like, I've been excited to see what he can do. So, hopefully he'll be able to live to fight another day this season.
Hey, next race, man, we got Femke breaking another meet record again, bro. She ran 52-1 this time. But like I said, like, I feel like people won't be appreciative for the 52s because of what Sydney has done. Did you see what they said about Sydney, bro? Like they really honor because she only runs at championships. Like, she's not running. I think I don't know if we see her anymore for the year.
I mean, I kind of been there before, bro. Like, you got to remember that when Bolt got to a certain level, like, he didn't run that many races anymore. He only ran.
You don't have to, yeah.
He only ran when it counted, which is to solidify his legacy, which is We're going to Olympic trials. We're going to the Olympics. We're going to nationals. We're going to worlds. So, I mean, this is what y'all asked for. Y'all want to see Sydney keep breaking world records, and she's doing it at the highest level. You know what I mean? She ain't doing it off like a one-off race somewhere, and she's not showing up for the Olympics and running subpar the Olympics. She's giving you the A+ standard of Olympic performances. She's winning by far. She's breaking a world record, and she's getting the gold medal. Like, that's everyone's dream when they think about going to the Olympics and winning the Olympics. You want to win it all in one race.
I get that. I get what the fans are saying too. You know, when you consume something that's good, you want to keep consuming it, man. It's like social media. You see Sydney, you know, you're like, hey, man, look, we seen her, but we want to see her again. You know what I mean? What do you think that does for our sport? Because fans are complaining that they don't see her enough. Because, like, for her, like, money's not an issue right now. Like, you turn on the TV, she's on every commercial. Oil of Olay, Gatorade, whatever it is, you know, they paying her. Of course, New Balance is paying her. You know what I mean? So, you know, she's good in that department. So it's like, to your point, she doesn't have to run except at the World Championships or Olympics. But the fans want to see more. You know what I mean? What do you think? Should she appease the fans and be like, all right, I'm going to pop out and show ninjas, or I'm going to just fall back?
I'm going to put it just like this. I don't think the fans know what they're really asking for. Y'all really don't. Because at the end of the day is, think about it. If Sydney was in these last two races, and if Sydney was on Sydney Point, right? If she was out there still beating the field by almost a mile, right? You're going to get bored of that. Sydney winning everything. Sydney winning every race. You're going to get bored of it to the point where her time is not even going to affect you anymore. You're going to be like, oh, she just ran 51.8. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're going to be like, oh, that's cool. But at the end of the day, allow her to be special and unique. Allow her to go out. She clearly trains with the intent to go out and break a world record and move the needle in her event to where it's never been before. So if she's doing that, why can't she afford to have some rest? She's run faster than 6 times. She's ran faster than any human has ever done on this planet. Like 6 times. So
and it's great. It's great. It's great for her because, you know, it's a great strategy because every time she runs, it's on the biggest stage of our sport, whether it be World Championships or Olympics. The most people are watching. So they know who she is. You know what I mean? So that's definitely. But I just was wondering about that question, you know, but I do remember, like you saying with Bolt, later in his career, he did not run as much. You know what I mean? He only ran like championships.
You want to see Sydney run more than people like all these athletes who just ran in Lausanne and Poland. So those athletes got to step the game up and call the champ out the corner. That's where it's going to come to. Someone's have to go out there and run 51 low or run 50 point and has to get out there and possibly somewhat convince the audience that that individual could threaten the world record or even beat Sydney if Sydney was in the race. That's going to pull Sydney out of that corner and get back on the track to compete. Like, if she feels like her world record is threatened or there's an athlete out there that could challenge her, that's when the champ is going to show up. But until then, for what? For what?
You're right. You're right, man. I gotta go with that.
But once again, look at this, bro. Like, the Jamaicans are multiplying, bro. Now they sweeping from 3rd all the way down to 6th. They swept. Now in last Lausanne, it was 3 of them. Now there's 4 of them.
And I don't know, 3 of them ran 53, bro. 53 or better, yeah.
No,
yeah, man.
All 4 of them ran 53.
4. Yes.
I said 4 now in this race. Last race was 3. Now there's 4.
That's crazy.
The only other country we're used to seeing a repeat of American flags. Like, you're used to seeing a bunch of American flags in races. Now you're not seeing it as much anymore. The world is catching up.
The world is definitely catching up. Listen, on our next race, there are a lot of American flags, but the green, black, and gold is at the top. At the top. Ackera Nugent, man. Another meet record go. But look at this race again, bro. You got world leader, Olympic champion, Masai. You got silver medalist, Serena from France. You got former world record holder, Kendra Harrison. You got world champion, Danielle Williams. Bro, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah, this...
It's crazy.
Like I said, man, when you look at the women's 100-meter hurdles, this lineup is always going to be crazy. You see this? Like,
but guess what, though?
Nugent, what? At the last meet, where we was at?
She was third.
Nugent got third at the last meet. Now she got first at this meet. and she adopted Camacho's calf cramp because she got a calf cramp at the end of the race.
Yeah, that's what it looked like. Either a calf or a foot. But I want you to know, shoot, Jasmine pulled out of this race. So this race could have even been crazier.
Yeah.
Jasmine pulled out of the race because she was like, her calf, she's not going to call it a season. She's going to run the next Diamond League. But she pulled out, bro. This is crazy.
Yeah.
But these hurdles are just, listen, you think we could see a world record at the Diamond League final or before?
Yeah. I think, to be honest, bro, I mean, when you look at a race like this, where these ladies are just competing, like, they know that every runner in that race is going to step to the line and try to win. Every one of them. It's damn near going to be a blanket finish every time this race happens. I don't think that anybody's like, I think I'm going to break the world record today. They know it's going to come when it comes. It's just going to be a fast race. And all of them have the capabilities. I mean, if you watch, like how you said earlier about Grace Stark, she's slowly getting faster, bro. She went from 38, now she's down to the third. She went 12:38, now she's down to 12:37. She went 2 12:38s before this. Now she's down to 12:37. And she got second again. So
listen, I'm telling you, if she wins the next hurdle race, I won't be surprised. If she ran 12:25 the next hurdle race or 12:22, I wouldn't be surprised because, like I said, that person, this young lady, Grace Stark, getting second and third, boy, she coming. But another reason why I was saying we possibly see it, they ran this in a negative 0.5.
Ooh.
Negative 0.5. So you give them a plus 1.5, that's 29, maybe 19? Maybe 19, 12, 19? 19.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? And then those other girls jump into 12, 28, 12, 27. Yeah, this is. But listen, what they're doing for their event is great because now I'm pretty sure there's a lot more viewers watching these hurdles than anything else. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Which is definitely amazing. Next up, we got Paulino, man.
The Paulino.
Queen Paulino.
Queen Paulino in the building. Boy, listen. Paulino's on a different level, bro. Did you see her last 100 meters, dog? She looked like she just came out of starting blocks and started running 100 meters, dog. I've never seen arm swing like that. There was no fatigue at all. Like, she just took off. Like, just took off, dog.
Look, this was a rematch of the Olympics, and it felt just how the Olympics felt. Gold, silver, bronze. First, second, and third. It's the same first, second, and Paulino and Nassar, Kazmak. It's the same. It's crazy.
Yeah.
No, actually, first, second, third, and fourth were the same from the Olympics.
Yes. Crazy.
Yeah, crazy. Man. So just in case, like, they need a reassurance, like, yeah, I just lost that one. You know, I don't know. You know, something went wrong, but if I race her again, I'll get her.
It's the women's 400 is turning out to be such a entertaining event to watch, man. I mean, these ladies, you know, usually they're dying coming to the line. You know what I mean? So but like they are coming to the line, diving at the line now. Like they are sprinting to the line now, bro. Like it's at a different level for sure. But I must say, my first fantasy showdown, I need to see Sydney and Paulino in a 300.
I need to see them in a 400.
Let's go.
3 or 4. Listen, I'm here for it all. I'm here for it. 3 or 400. Listen, if I was a meat promoter and I had the capital, I'd approach them, man. I'd approach them like Michael Johnson and Donovan Bailey, man. Hey, listen, we got a track somewhere. You know, we start putting it out. What y'all want to do? Like, we got some money. Yeah, I mean, we got $300K, $400K split, $800K to split. What y'all want to do? What y'all want to do?
I say at 300 because it's an unorthodox race, right? They don't have to run a 300 ever again in life if they don't want to. You know what I mean? Paulino has to run 400s. So if Paulino gets beat by Sydney in a 400, now we're going to scratch your head and be like, is Sydney better than her in the open 4? Or we're going to be like, Paulino the queen of the 4. Sydney, I think you probably going to stay in this 400 hurdles. But if we drop it to a 300 and let them go ahead and pretty much get out there and just sprint it out, I think we're going to see something very exciting. I think it'd be a pretty cool race.
Listen, I think you're correct, but once I put it out on the last show, fans was already sick, like giving it to Sydney. I was like, you can't give it to Sydney. This girl ran 48.1. Sydney's never seen 48.1. Let's be clear. She's ran 48.5. You know, is Sydney amazing? Yes. I'm not talking down on Sydney. I'm not saying she can't run 47. I believe Sydney can run 47. I just saying we haven't seen Sydney or Paulino challenge in the last 50 meters in both of their races. I feel like if they lock up, we definitely see a world record, but the world gets the race we really want. We want that matchup. We seen her run 48.5, but when she ran on 48.5, Sydney was way out there on her own. We seen Paulino run 48.1, she was way out there on her own. You know what I mean? But when they coming through that last 50, we know both of their strength level matches, which is a great matchup. We want to see that. But to your point, 300 race is definitely a good race for them.
You're 300 right. Race, man. I'm calling right now. Race. Fantasy showdown. 300
Fantasy
meters.
Showdown, man. Listen,
Sydney versus Paulino.
We need to call those dudes from what they call them from Dubai? The
Sheiks?
Who had the golf. We call them. We put up some money with them. They got that whole. Shoot, I heard Prime was talking to them about, you know what I mean, the NIL situation. I don't know if that you allegedly. Listen, I don't want nobody in no lawsuits. I'm just playing these jet jokes. These jet jokes. You know how that little, you get that knock on the door? Are you Rodney Green? Yes. This is for you. You be like, oh, they got me.
You've been served. By who? The Prince.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
Hey, your whole thing signed in gold, bro.
I'm gonna just look at them and be like, man, what's nothing from nothing? So y'all just gotta take me.
Nothing. They'll be like, nothing from nothing is your life. Now come with us.
Nothing is jail time. Come on.
Come on. They're gonna extradite you, and you ain't even been over there. That's how much power they got.
I'm gonna disappear without a trace, and people gonna be like, hey, where that guy from the show? And then they're gonna send you a letter and say, you can't talk about it. You're gonna be like, what's guy? I don't know what guy. But back to it, man. Back to it. The 800, another meet record fell. A-Rup from Canada, Marco. You know what I mean? He ran 141 by himself, bro. Second place is 143 by Emmanuel. So he got his lick back. You know, we all know when you PB the way he did, you know, that takes something out of your legs. It's hard to come back and run either close to your PB. Your body's like, hey, look, I've never been there before. I might need to take this one out. But Emmanuel is like, hey, look, man, I'm gonna line up with him and I'm gonna go again. And Marco got the best of him.
Listen, my boy, you making a really good point here. Clearly, that race took something out of Emmanuel's legs. But Emmanuel's on such a different level, even with less leg, less energy, less pop he still gets second.
Yeah. 143 ain't no slump.
That's what I'm saying.
Let me just be clear. 143 ain't no slump. You know, that's a fast time. You would have won a lot of world championships and Olympic games with 143. So
yeah. You'd have made a successful career with 143.
Exactly. You would have made a lot of money. You would have sold some shoes, you know. Let's be clear. You know what I mean? So shout out to them too. That's definitely a rivalry. That's why I think we're gonna be moving towards a world record in that 800 because they're gonna push each other until they break. You know what I mean?
So I'm gonna call it right now, man. The next event, he strikes again. Let's see Lightning Tebogo.
Lightning?
Can't say it because lightning bolt.
Yeah,
it's too close. I mean, they have similar running styles though too, so it's kind of
they do, but yeah, it's too close.
Too close, man.
You know what I mean? And I like the statement he made for us.
All right, you know what? I got it. Really fitting. Let's see Terminator Tebogo. We're gonna roll that one.
Who we terminated? If we start some mess, who we terminated?
Everybody.
Hey, listen, this was a good race though. You know what I mean? Kenny ran the turn like Kenny usually does. You know what I mean? He really rolled that turn. And it just looked like he ran out a little bit of steam coming through the last 150. You know what I mean? I mean, he didn't run close to what he usually does in the 19.7, 19.8 range. But Tebogo, after he got off the turn, man, he just turned on the jets. You know what I mean? But, you know, Alexander Oregano from Dominica, like, he's a guy getting second, third, and fourth a lot too. I think we're going to have to keep an eye on him too.
Yeah, I mean, he's been around for a while. I mean, when you look at Alexander from the Dominican Republic, he has really kind of like stepped his way up. You know what I mean? He's been one of those competitors that's always been in the mix, but he just wasn't there always. And now he's like showing himself now. I mean, running 19.8, you know what I'm saying? 86 to be able to get second. When you watch that race, when Tebogo came off that turn, Tebogo was like third. Like clearly he was in third place. It was Kenny, it was Alexander, and Arian was like in around fourth. So they were all jockeying for position. And then all of a sudden, as Alexander started to move, you see Tebogo starting to move with him. And then he just gets to a point where he just keeps going. Like, I don't even know where he got that extra energy because he just has this upright running style. It wasn't like he dug anywhere deep, like he just just kept on hammering down and then moved to the front. So
I think he just knows his body, man, and knows what he can do and very aware of his competitors because he always says like, yeah, you know, in the 200, you know, I like the 200 more because I know I have the 400 program in my legs. So once he says something like that, he's like, they could get away, but I know I could pull them back. You know what I mean? He feels that confident in his strength to really try to do something like that. Because it looked like Kenny was going to run away with it. You know what I mean? And then at the last minute, he really moves and takes command at maybe the last 10 meters.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, he's in his zone, bro. I mean, Tebogo's in his zone right now. So, I mean, you look at his level of fitness compared to the rest of the field, you could tell that they were tired. Not taking anything away from Kenny or Arian or none of those guys. Like, they're not running to the shape that we know that they can run. And clearly they're tired. It's been a long season. But you can see Tebogo's like in a different kind of shape. You know what I mean? And what do you do with that? How do you combat that? You know what I mean? Except get some rest. That's all you really can do is get some rest and hope you come back sharp. You know? So, but let's move on to this 100 meters, women's 100 meters, man. Like,
Young bull.
Young baby bull.
Stepped
up in the absence of the big three from Jamaica. Tia Clayton has got herself a Diamond League victory in the women's 100 meters.
Over a very competitive veteran field. This is like, if you saw this lineup, and then matter of fact, she was the youngest in the field.
Oh, yeah.
She's the baby.
Yeah, she has at some point sat at home and watched all these other ladies compete on television.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. My only bad thing about this race, it was the only race that was mandated.
Oh, yeah.
It was 2.9. It's the only race that was mandated. Like I was happy for her 1083, but I wanted it to be legal for her. And I love the way Salute goes over and greets her. I don't know if you watch it all the way through. She rub her on her head like, yeah, you got that one, kid. Like, like you got me on that one, kid. That was a pretty good race. But like you said, Tamari Davis, she coming. She coming.
I'm telling you right now.
She coming.
I'm telling you right now. The way she moving, it's going to be hard to deny her for that first spot on the relay. Because she's becoming such an amazing starter, and she's learning how to unravel her race the right way, that she's keeping that velocity. I mean, even though it was wind dated, she ran 1084. You know what I'm saying? That's nothing to shake a stick at for sure. Like she's putting down good consistent time. She's really coming into her zone. So, you know, I want to see something really good from her next year for sure. Yeah. I mean, hell, the season ain't even done yet. We still got Diamond League finals. I mean, hey, she's sitting at third place right now. Yeah.
We got another Diamond League before that one. So, you know, we definitely going to see her again. I don't think she comes back home. I think they're going to keep her over there and let her run all the way through. So, you know what I mean? Shouts out to the young kids. Tamari is also another young lady, but she's been pro for a while. People don't know how young she is, but I think she's 22. I think she's 22.
Listen, even though I know this race right here was wind dated, 9th place got 11-0. 9th place was 11-0. You understand?
Yeah.
These women moving, bro.
Moving.
They moving, dog.
Moving. Hey, they couldn't get that meet record, though. When they started off, I saw the meet record. I said, yeah, that one ain't falling. Kellyanne got that at 1066. I said, boy, yeah. I said, boy, hey, I'm not saying that they can't do it, but if one of them ran 10.6, I would have been like, we wouldn't have seen that coming.
Facts.
I wouldn't have seen that coming.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, man, shoot, that's it for the last 2 Diamond Leagues, man. You want to get into some mailbag?
You forgot your boy Warholm. Warholm had his race today. Oh. Another meet record fell.
Yeah, 190, but another meet. Yeah, Warholm,
another
man,
one.
46.9.
46.9, man.
46.9. You know, I love, you know, speaking of not seeing a lot, Rye doesn't run a lot of races overseas either.
You know what? A lot of people don't like to travel long distances. They don't like to mess up their whole like sleep pattern and they get really jet lagged, or it might be a difference in food. Like with Kenny can't eat certain foods. And I've sat and watched him order foods from different restaurants while he sat and watched us eat. Like, it has to be really difficult for people who either are particular or just can't for whatever reason. So you probably put yourself in positions, and probably Ryan puts himself in position and says, well, if I don't need to, I'm not going to. So I'm cool, you know? I mean, he probably is going to end his season pretty soon if he hasn't already. Noah already ended his season. So a lot of these athletes are going to end their season, just kind of rest themselves up and get ready for the next season. So
true, but next year they ain't gonna have to do it because, you know, World Championships is the last event next year, I think. And also with the new popularity, man, I seen Ryan Krause was like, he hosts a lot more American meets, you know, with the newfound popularity of track in the Olympic year. Because I think we have to put this out. Track is every year to our fans. You know, we don't wait 4 years and then start training. You have the world champions every year. You have or some type of league that's going to run. So these are the things we have going on next year. If I miss any of them, please forgive me. We got Indoor Worlds next year. We got Outdoor Worlds Championships next year. We got Grand Slam events next year. The Diamond League is definitely every year. We have the ATL track series next year, which is the American Track Lead by Paul Doyle. Am I missing any, Justin?
Nope.
I might have missed some, but there's a lot of track and field going on next year. So if y'all watching our show and y'all unaware and you're just watching it this year, please watch our show. We'll try to keep you abreast on a lot of the track events that's going on. Stay tuned, man. Yeah, track is every year.
Absolutely. So with that being said, man, we done with the Diamond Leagues. Let's move over to the mailbag, man. Let's talk to some of our fans. Let's answer some of these questions, get some of these debates going.
We ain't talked to them in a while, man. I'm gonna fire off some questions to you, and let's see, you know, how you want to answer them. I know my answer to this. I would like to see your answer. You know what I mean? It said, which athlete do you think has the highest ceiling going into next year?
Well, first of all, you gotta say who said it though.
Oh, hold on. Yeah. Oh, the Spider, Aaron Brown. Hey, yo, Aaron, we gonna have you out here, man. Listen. Which sprinter has the greatest potential, highest ceiling going into 2025?
Good question, Aaron, man. We appreciate you watching the show. We watch your show. We fans of your show too, bro. So we definitely, you definitely entertaining us as well, bro. Definitely.
I'm gonna get him a record deal, boy. Put that boy on. He need to be on.
He is pure entertainment, dog. Pure entertainment. Shouts out to Aaron Brown, man. The Spider. So your question was, which sprinter has the greatest potential or / highest ceiling going into 2025, right? Is you asking me the question?
Yeah. You know what I'm gonna say.
All right. So my pick, you're probably gonna be shocked, like everybody else is probably listening. My pick actually is going to be Nike Foot Fred. I don't
disagree with that.
I say that because Fred is coming along very nicely. From where Fred started this season off with to where Fred has ended this season, it's been a very up and down season for him. His preparation's been up and down. And to watch him now consistently run 9.8s and now dropping a 19.8s as well, I think he found his groove again. I think he understands what he needs to do. And he looked at what won the Olympics this year and he said, I did that. Hell, when I won my world championships, I ran 9.7 every round. So he knows he can do it. He just has to get back to his grind and get out there and do what he does best, you know? So the potential, highest ceiling, I look at Fred. What's yours?
Mine is Tebogo. Listen, mine is definitely Tebogo. I mean, if he keeps his mindset where it is, you remember him saying in the Bahamas, you know, he don't think about world records. He just goes out there and performs to the ability that his coach tells him that he could perform to and goes and executes his race. If he stays there, not really putting limitations on himself, I think he has the highest ceiling to do things that we don't even know he can do.
I can agree with that as well.
Shoot, let me ask. This one is from Lash for Real. This one gonna be funny for you. Top 5 sprinters to look out for heading into Tokyo 25 World Championships.
Top 5 sprinters to look out for?
And you always have one drop out the sky guy. There's always some guy who we don't know who just be like, boom.
I'm going to say, I'm going to mix this up because he didn't say men or women in this situation. So sprinters to look out for female side. Man, obviously you got to have the Olympic champion in there, Julian Alford. I think she's just getting into shape, to be honest. I mean, I think we're going to see something very, very good from her going into this season. I'm going to say Tamara Davis again. Like, she looked good. She looked really good this season, especially after the Olympics. Men's side, we all gonna be curious to see what Keishane gonna do.
Yeah.
So a healthy Keishane coming back. Like I said, I think he knew that was his race to win at the Olympics. I think it's going to be his revenge tour. It has to be his revenge tour. It has to be his revenge tour. But that's three sprinters right there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna pick. You know what I'm gonna go with? I'm gonna go with Arian Knighton. I'm gonna go with Arian Knighton because if you think about it, Arian didn't have that many outdoor races this year, and he's been running 19.7s already. So watching him compete this season, obviously he's going through everything he's going through, but at the end of the day, once he has a clear mind and he gets a little more strength, to him, I think we're going to see something very special from this kid again. He's going to go out there and do some things. That's 4. Is that 4? Yeah, that's 4. Mm-hmm. So I got one more. So I see the flag, man. I mean, come on, man. You got to put in there, to be honest, I'm going to throw a wild card in there. Watch out for the Botswana 4x4. How we talked about earlier, man.
Yeah.
Watch out for those young men. They're really putting themselves together, all come from that same era. They're going to be iron sharpening iron with each other. They're going to hold each other accountable. It's going to be something amazing to watch. So that's my list. Very unorthodox, but I think it got the job done. It showed a well-rounded community of men and women sprinters and also relay.
Well, Botswana gonna give you a piece of land, boy.
Listen,
you show them so much love.
An article just came out to where they found one of the biggest diamonds in history in Botswana. I mean, that diamond is like this big, bro. This big. All I'm saying is, let me get a little ting ting, knock a little piece off for me. Ting ting.
You gonna put them in your ear? You gonna be like, I just need. A little bit. That's good. That's definitely a good list.
What's yours, man? What's your list looking like?
I'm gonna be unorthodox too. You gave what you gave 2 men, 2 women. I'm gonna go Grace Stark. Man, Grace Stark.
Nice one. That's a nice.
Watch out for Grace Stark. Grace Stark. Rasheed from Ireland. Rasheed from Ireland.
Yes.
Well, watch out for Rasheed from Ireland. I'm going to go 3 women and 2 men. Tia Clayton.
Okay. I like that.
Tia Clayton. On the men's side, Jareem Richards.
That was a good one, boy.
Remy Rich, boy. Listen. Only because the reason why I picked Jareem, not because he was a guest on our show, I saw the look on his face when he didn't get that medal. That right there, that makes you like, he knows the process of where he had to go. He gonna get back there. Jareem Richards. I got one more?
Yeah, go and get one more. You got one more in you?
Oh, the young man. He started off hot, but I think he gonna really put the whole thing together this time. Courtney Lindsay.
You know what? That is a really good pick right there. That's a really good pick right there.
I think he's gonna put it together next year.
Yeah.
He's in a really good training camp. I mean, he's with a good coach. We both know him. But I think he really finishes. He look out for him next year.
Okay. I got a question for you then. This is from Kenny, right? Official K Murray. Kenny, what was the hardest workout you went through in training? And I'm asking this because me and you trained together.
You know what it is. You know what I'm gonna say. 5, 2, 5. That right there is a killer, boy.
People at home people at home don't know anything you're talking about right now. You have to break down what 525 is. You break down what the 525 is, the workout, and I'm going to put the vision of when we ran around the NTC track and how we did it.
Listen, and if people don't know, we came from Dennis Mitchell Group Star Athletics. There's several different versions of that group. You know what I mean? From all the way from 2008 all the way till now. You know what I mean? It has grown so much. But that workout is 500 meters at a really good tempo. Like you're running, 2 minutes rest, and you got to do it again and either the same amount of time or faster.
Yeah.
And then you get 6 minutes break and then you do it again.
Yeah.
And then you get another 6 minutes break, then you do it again.
So you already know they're going to ask in the group chat, like, what's an average time that we would come through in the 500? So I would say somewhere between a minute 50, right?
Yeah, a minute. Some dudes used to do a minute 40. Remember Salim used to do a minute 40 something.
Boy,
but he was Nigerian though. Joe, he had different lungs.
Joe used to do a minute 20, bro.
Yeah, Joe was out there killing it. That's Joe Brown from Ohio State, y'all. That's Joe Brown.
So imagine running a minute 50 all out sprint and then 2 minutes rest. Literally, as you cross that finish line, deep, the clock stops or starts, should I say, and 2 minutes is running. You can't have no time to rest. You definitely don't want to drink water because if you have water in your stomach, it's coming right up after this next 500 that you're about to run. So all you could do is walk back to the starting line with dead legs.
All you could do is contemplate life.
That's all you could do. You walk around like this. That's all you could do is maintain and hold on.
Man.
And I just remember we get to that 6 minute mark. That 6 minutes felt like forever, but it also was like the shortest 6 minutes you have had in your life.
I remember one time, boy, I tried to go use the bathroom. That man was yelling at me, hey. You was in the bathroom right there, boy. So
listen to this. We never did that. It was a grass workout. So it wasn't designed to do it on the track. So we still had to do it on the track, on the field, right? Now, mind you, at NTC, for the people listening who've ever been to the NTC, there's no field. Like the track sits inside of a bowl. So it's a hill that surrounds the whole track, and then there's a track. That's it. And you have like maybe a small walk space, probably like maybe 4.5 feet, that goes around the gate, outside gate of the track, the perimeter of the track. And then there's hill, right? So gate, walk path, hill. So imagine 5 athletes all running at the same time, almost in single file line, running around the perimeter of the track. Now, when you get around the perimeter of the track, like it starts to get tight. Obstacles start getting your way. There's one area where it's like a
platform.
A platform that has like a shed that holds all the equipment. We got to jump on top of the wooden plank platform, jump off of it while we're still sprinting, trying to make time. Then there's a part where the path gets very narrow. So we all have to hold on to the pole and swing around the turn while we hold the pole to keep ourselves balanced to get and stay on time as well. So imagine doing all this obstacle course like American Ninja Warrior, and you jumping and running and moving, and you in single file line, so you can't slow down because there's 3 other people behind you. It was pressure. It was pressure. And then you had 4 to 6 of these bad boys, almost all in a row. That was the hardest workout I've ever done in my life. And I'm glad I don't have to do it no more. For sure.
Yeah. We got time for one more. Let me see. We're gonna do one more. One more from let me see. Okay. Oh, we could put this one out there. Hopefully this happens soon. I want to say this right. The Joads asks, when are we getting Bolt as a guest?
Oh.
That's up to Bolt.
I will say this, chat, that me and Bolt have been talking back and forth. And if you know anything about our show is about being comfortable and ready for whenever you're ready, your platform is ready for you to speak and talk. A lot of the athletes that we will have on the show that we've already reached out to. They were in season, so a lot of them wanted to focus on what they need to do. And besides, we wanted to give them respect for the ones that we could see in person. When the time was up from competing, we're going to go try to see whoever we can see in person and sit down with them. Bolt is on that list, right? So if we're going to do Bolt, obviously you can't do Bolt virtually. You got to do it. You got to go to Jamaica once again. We got to sit down with Bolt. So bear with us. It's in the works. All right. So stay tuned. Keep your popcorn warm. It's going to be entertaining.
I think that's it, man. We have anything else for? Oh, last thing for our guests, man. Go get this book, man. Go get this book. Go get your book. Go get your book. Listen, man.
Once again, like I said, the book is going to be everything I've gone through my life, all my ups and downs, and then also at the end of each chapter, how I was able to navigate. I put it into activations, meaning like it's going to be a sneaky workbook in there. So you can learn how to be able to navigate through your downs and how you can manage your victories as well, right? So go check it out. The book's in Amazon, Barnes & Nobles. It's the best Amazon bestseller right now, 5 stars. So if you love it, go ahead and leave a comment, man. We appreciate it, man. And we have a lot more to come, man, for sure. We miss y'all. We want to see y'all again soon, man. And with that being said,
next time on Ready, Set,
Go!